those, right? We're back here courtside at the WEC. A tight one here tonight, North Alabama coming up from Florence and eking out a 78-74 win. Nonetheless, time for this edition of the Raff Report. I'm Matt Province, and top assistant Jeff Rafferty is with me. And, you know, Raff, I think these two teams, UNA and NJIT, could play 100 times. And it would be 50-50 with the aggregate score being even on both sides. I really feel that way. How about the balance and the competitive nature of these two teams?
Yeah, it's a contrasting style of basketball. Tony does a great job. He's a heck of a coach, and he took over a transitioning program and has really done a nice job here. Early on, building it with transfers. You know, some young kids, some older kids, and they have a distinct style of play. They're going to play very hard. They're going to defend you. They're going to make it physical. And then on offense, they're going to drive it as hard as they can to the rim. And you got to be able to guard the bounce. And I thought we defended pretty well in the first half. The second half was a different story. They were 55% from the field. The thing that concerned me in the second half is they were 9 for 13 inside the arc. And that's usually means they're getting to where they want to off the bounce and they're scoring near the basket. So some good things tonight, but we came up on the short end of it. We gotta finish plays at both ends of the court, and hopefully we'll get better results.
One guy who did play well again, San Antonio Brinson. Now, of course, there's the North Florida game, and there's been a few games, but it seemed to me that down the stretch he wanted to take over. He wanted the basketball. He had some nice drives. He had some good finishes. You know, to me, it seems like you still start to see a mature, or at least a better, more improved player that can take over a game.
No question. It's all about San Antonio's mindset. And when he doesn't, the recipe for him is when he doesn't settle for jump shots, especially early in the game, and he's in attack mode, his whole mentality changes. And he makes the defense collapse, which opens up so many other things for his teammates. But if his mindset is to get to the rim and try to dunk it on somebody, get to the rim and finish at the rim or go through contact, then that changes the way he plays the rest of the game. The other thing, one of his overlooked, characteristics is his ability to pass the ball. Once he starts attacking the rim, he got Suleiman a wide open dunk on a nice drop off tonight, and he had another kick out on a drive. So, yeah, the more aggressive he is, the better he is offensively, and the better we are offensively.
Hard to break this game down. We see so many of these games. Each one has a different scenario. Tonight, the bench scoring went 24-3 UNA. We're seeing guys start to get a little bit more comfortable in the roles. Diego Willis, a couple of huge shots at Florida Gulf Coast. LeVar Williams, the big play off the bench, and Stetson. But, again, just 3 bench points. So, from a coaching perspective, 9 guys dressed, lots of whistles, lots of guys in foul trouble. Does it make it more important for that bench, and how will this bench continue to grow as the year goes on?
We need all 9 guys. We need all 9 guys that are healthy and eligible to contribute, whether that's every day in practice or whether they're all going to get an opportunity in the game, so they got to be ready to go. And like you said, LeVar gave us some good minutes down at Stetson. We came up a little short. Trey Breland early in the year, when he got a shot, gave us some good minutes. Diego's starting to, be more comfortable in his expanded role. And I thought Xavier Mayo did some good things tonight. He doesn't, he didn't score. He doesn't have many opportunities to score. But in the first half, I thought he got out, he set a ton of ball screens. He was like a pinball out there setting screens. And he's very good, obviously on the glass and with his energy level. So we need everybody. And we need everybody, from the coaches on down to the players to continue to soul search and figure out what they can do better to make us better. And we need to get better every day in practice. And we have been better in practice and we have been better in games. But it's hard to lose home games in conference, man. Now you got to get one back on the road.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But this team certainly has proven capable to be able to do so. Kind of an anomaly now with 9 teams in the conference, the odd number. So, you're a team that doesn't play on Saturday. So there's a week now in between games. Anything different, or what do you think is going to be the MO now with that expanded break in between action here?
The second time around, we had kind of had the funky 2 byes. We had to bye the first game of the season, which, starting with a bye and then playing Liberty the first game.
Welcome to conference play.
I'm not crazy about that scenario. But, but now we got a little bit of break. And everybody knows what everyone else is doing, the second time around. So we'll give the guys a couple days break. here the next day or two, and then we'll come back and practice over the weekend and start getting ready for next Thursday. And North Florida, I think, is the first one to come in, and they're going to be loaded for bear for us. We played very well down there, and we found ways to get into their zone. And San Antonio, obviously, had a career night, so I'm sure they're going to maybe change some things up. I don't know if they tend to stick with that zone, but they may try to guard San Antonio a little differently, or shade aside it differently, or take over the middle a little differently. I don't know. So, we'll have to prepare for those things, and we have to, we have to continue getting better at what we do. And big week of practice, and then 2 home games, man. You gotta win your home games in conference play. So we got a tall task in front of us.
Well, second half of conference play will begin a week from tonight, next Thursday, and I am too excited about that UNF rematch. It was a great performance down there for the Highlanders at a time they needed it, and kind of sprung them to a 4-1 5-game window, if you will. So get the team back in rhythm, keep it going, and enjoy that time off, but get better.
Yep, we will.
Yeah, I know you will. That's the NJIT top assistant, Jeff Rafferty. They're going to put in the work. Highlanders with a big date against a couple Florida teams next homestand. I'm Matt Province, and as always, thanks for watching this edition of the Raff Report.